Welcome to another episode of This Is Bet on TCREG, and we are here with the phenomenal Lisa Guidry and Chase Sloan. And Lisa specifically is from Haymaker Loans, and not only do they have amazing programs, but we want to make sure that we give them the credit that they deserve in regards to how they're able to get their clients pre-approved and get them through the process so that they're able to successfully close on their future home. So we are grateful for you today. How are you feeling?
Thank you. I'm feeling really good.
Feeling good?
Yeah,
You feeling
yeah.
good?
Thank you guys for having me here.
Good.
You know, we like to take our partners out of the office and to your living room or your cell phone or wherever it is that you're watching and listening to this. And what I'm really grateful for is that we have partnerships with people that will be able to go deep on a subject and maybe explain the concepts that you hear online with accuracy. And so, Lisa, thank you. Thank you so much for joining us today.
You're welcome, and I know I'm going to learn a lot today as well from you guys.
So first, we want to start with a parable more so on the what discipline actually is. And Chase, could you expand on that a little bit more?
I love it. So you guys know I love talking to a story, right? I love a story. Randy says I squirrel. I like to call it strategy. So the way that it's set up is that, I know Thanksgiving time is coming, and all of us are getting ready to spend time with our loved ones and possibly learn how to prepare those meals that you remember growing up. So I remember this story, and a child, she's in the kitchen, she's getting ready to bake a turkey, and the mom cuts the back of the turkey, cuts the neck at the turkey, prepares it, puts it in the oven. She said, well, why do we do that? Why are we cutting it like that? She said, well, that's how we've always done it. That's how we do it. So she kind of was curious, though, so mom went to her mom. I said, Mom, why do we cut the turkey at the bottom and then at the neck? I don't understand. Like, why do we do that? She's like, that's just how we've always done it. That's how we do it. That's just what it is. Why are you questioning? But then her mom was like, you know what, let me find out. So this family's blessed, right? They got 4 generations. She goes to her mom and she said, Mom, why do we cut the turkey at the back and then at the neck before we get ready to prepare it? And she says, well, baby, because the stoves weren't that big. That's why we cut it, because the whole turkey wouldn't fit in the oven. And the reason why I share that story is because sometimes we can have subconscious habits that don't apply to where we are today. Most people have ovens that can fit a full turkey without cutting it. And yet, if you don't investigate why you do what you do, you could be following a habit that no longer serves you. So what we want to talk about today, Randy and Lisa, is the idea of, number one, habits, accountability, and consistency, the role that plays in our lives. And the idea that discipline is a myth and that it actually is not a characteristics of successful people, that in reality, they just have a couple habits that they've mastered and kept consistent through their life. So I don't know. Maybe it makes sense. Maybe it doesn't. But
I
Randy, what do you have to say?
So I would say this. When I was younger, right, when I was 21 years old, I looked to publish the book, The Hack Method. And the reason why I felt so compelled to do it is because I was in a little bit of a slump in January of 2021, where I felt like I just moved from Houston, Texas to Alabama. They just fired me from my job that I thought I was going to make so much money from. And then I had just got out of a relationship that I thought was going to be fruitful. And so I'm sitting in like just aloneness in a 1-bedroom, bath apartment. And I'm just thinking about like my life and like, what do I want to do next? Because I had just felt like I was pivoting into, looking to make some career changes, make some more money. And in that moment, I actually got on Clubhouse because I was looking to take a social media detox, and I didn't really think Clubhouse was a social media platform. Right, it was jumping.
Time.
It was jumping. And so I got on for about 15 to 30 minutes, and I was just talking about my life for a little bit of what I've done up until this point of joining the military and just being consistent and getting my real estate license. And there was the editor that I used to actually publish the book. She was like, well, habits, accountability, and she was kind of saying a little bit of more so consistency. And she was like, the hack method. And I was like, what do you mean by that? And she was like, well, what if you have an acronym that you look to use to explain to people your story in regards to the hack method? And so the reason why I feel as if habits, accountability, and consistency is an easier framework to utilize rather than just saying, oh, I'm such a disciplined individual, it then allows us to continue making momentum even on days or moments where we don't feel like it. Does that make sense?
That does make sense.
Because I think one of the things that I had to learn was a lot of people are saying that, oh, it takes me 60 days to develop a new habit. And I like to ask the question, well, if it can take you 60 days to do it, why couldn't it take you 11 days or 14 days or 30 days? Why must it take you 60 days? And I think that when you go through the actual framework, it's the commitment to the habits, right, that you said that you look to utilize and then change your circumstances or change your life. And then you go into the accountability that what you're doing is holding yourself accountable to the new habits, to the new standards that you are looking to stay committed to, which we talked about in previous episodes, so that then you're able to continue making progress. And then by holding yourself accountable, you're then building the habit of consistency, so that then you're relying more on consistency instead of willpower to accomplish whatever it is that you're looking to do within your life. And so I like to use this framework to say, okay, hack your mind to then hack your body, or hack your body to then hack your mind.
You know, I actually love that because it simplifies the idea, again, that discipline is a lie. That in fact, it's just doing a few things and getting accountable to it, right?